Hey man, we can always part one and
part
two.
two?
This is Ace Live.
Okay, you can do it that way.
That,
all right. All right.
Okay.
So pretty much after I decided to stop.
What were their names?
The first one?
Yeah.
Barbara and they're gonna kill me. No.
I'm sorry to put you on the spot, but people might want to know. You got one. You 50% there. Don't worry about it. Come back to it later.
She's gonna kill me. She's gonna kill me because it's been a while since I
Don't worry. Somebody gonna put it in the.
Yeah, you put it down there. Here we go.
They're gonna put it in there. In the comments.
So, and it's gonna get harder. I'm gonna tell you some information.
Okay.
But they're on my IG if you wanna talk with them. Go to IG. They're tagged, literally tagged there. So if you wanna reach out to them. But so pretty much, I was like, okay, we just donated to these group of girls, and the audience was excited and they wanted to do more.
Yes.
They wanted to give them more money, and I was like, no. I don't want that type of energy on my channel just for two group of girls. So what I did was I have some cash. I went to the grocery store to show people what we can do big time with around the less of the money.
Right.
So I don't know how much I used. So I went with my friend who was also cooking with us. Shout out to Joelis. We started a channel. She's an Afro-Colombian woman I met during the carnival. All of this is, happened for a reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I met her through the carnival, and then next thing you know, I told her let's go help the community out. She said, I said, look, I want to go help the community out. She's like, all right, let's go to the grocery store. We go to the grocery store, and you saw we packed everything up, and then we went to a local neighborhood and did something. That was just off of my revenue.
You're going to need a non-for-profit because you really started a philanthropy through your channel. And I
didn't know it was going to spiral. What happened next after that? Yo, everybody! I just said, hey guys, if y'all want to get in on this, I didn't expect that many people wanted to get in on helping out. Like it went crazy. I forgot how much money people sent to me, but they sent me so much, and I was like,
they
okay.
Gave you a job with all that.
Yeah. So
y'all had big vans and food.
Yeah. So when that happened, and shout out to Joelis. She was the one that helped me understand how to do that. Mm-hmm. And so Joelis is the Afro-Colombian woman that's from Colombia. You've seen her in a couple of my videos. Yes. She has a YouTube channel called Mi Cocina Afro-Colombiana. Yes. All right.
If you send me it, I'll put it in the
okay.
details too.
And so with her, pretty much she gave me the idea of how logistically to get around and everything. So everybody went crazy in donating. So boom, we did it, and then the money kept coming in. We did it. I think we did it 3 times, and I had to tell people like, "Yo, this is it." I had,
which is crazy for you to have to tell people to stop sending money because they were giving you more of a job to do, right?
Huh?
Like that gave you a whole bunch of responsibility.
It was very difficult because you got logistically had to get around, and you have to you got to call a whole bunch of different grocery stores to have them. And like you'll see a video that might be 30 minutes long, but it was hours of planning and days of just walking around and going to different stores to stack up and loading and everything. It was very demanding, but it was amazing that we were able to help people out. So we stopped for a while, and that's when my other lady friends came in, right? So I met those girls with the original girls. Kim and Chloe.
You know those two.
Yeah, I know them too, right?
You spent longer times with them.
Well, I spent maybe...
Well, you had more fun with them.
So Kim and Chloe came in, and man, when they came in with the fire, they came in with they were so photogenic, and I said, yes!
That's when you got the plate holding thing.
Not only that, I knew that... I know a lot of the gentlemen came in for the women to see the women of that, but I also want to reiterate, look, this food here.
Yeah, no, you mastered that the thumbnail.
Yeah, I wanted them to know.
Engaging. It's still planted in my mind some of those plate holding, smiling.
Yeah, I wanted to, and then that was another thing too, building up that that energy in that cooking videos. I realized, hey, if you want people to make sure they understand it's your channel, you need to make sure you're in some of these thumbnails. Okay? Because somebody will enjoy the content and not realize it's like, it's not Ace channel, it's these other people's channel. You know what I mean? And for me, when you create content, the most important thing is you have to think about the long run. What do you want at the end of the road?
What's the goal?
Yeah, so if the goal is for it to be like that, then let it be. But if it's going to be something different, eventually you're going to have to start putting effort now. You don't want to get to you don't want to get to a point in your life where you can't move back from that energy. You know what I mean? So with the girls, it was amazing. Had a great time. Women started commenting on the video, so it's like, okay, now I'm making something for women to be engaged, because for me personally, it's very important that I have a woman audience.
A balanced audience.
We still building on that, but they are coming shortly.
Do you think having women in the video
absolutely
in a different light help the female audience?
Well, I want to make sure granted, these girls are beautiful, and we got beautiful women walking around all the time.
You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I want to make sure that, even though these women are beautiful and yeah, they're from a different country, doesn't mean they don't deserve the respect you would give any woman from your country, or the light, or don't always judge a book by its cover.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Don't always assume.
Don't always assume, and it is hard time for a lot of people right here, and that doesn't mean you can disrespect the person and everything. So in my videos, that's what at least I try to do, is show some form of humanity in the videos.
Because definitely check the guys a lot of times.
I could be a savage if I want to be. I'm a man. I love women. Yeah. Okay, let's put that. Sometimes people don't realize that. It's like, I get comments like people asking me if I'm a different way or something. Like, no, I love women, only women, right? But I want to make sure the women are being respected in the light, and I want to make sure a woman can watch my video, or family, which I've heard a lot of people say, I watch my video with my family.
Yes, you turned into a family channel.
Yeah, that they can enjoy, and the guy could be like, the kid will be like, oh, how cool, and the wife will be like, I know she did it, but they will all enjoy the content together, and for me, that's more important than anything. So, even with those girls walking me around and just showing me around, and then, things spiraled into a different thing when they went to Venezuela.
That was some hell of a content. You went over there with them, and then you left them there. Man, that was like a movie. That's when you started getting to the documentary.
I didn't plan it that way.
I know, but being having a good heart and doing what you felt was right is always going to lead you to the right direction.
Yeah. So we went to and I told the girls, because I saw them, they had so much bags with them and everything, and I was like, and I felt the energy. Okay, you're gonna go to the border with all this stuff. Right. You're gonna need some help.
Right.
Come with us. And so I came with them. Right. And just to see them off and everything.
And you went as far as you could go.
And I actually was considering staying there. So I got to the point where we got inside the area, which is like, once you pass the area, it's like borderline Venezuela. So we passed that area, right? The V line. So it's Venezuela where we passed. And then we're in the camp where we first initially stopped. And I was like, damn. You look at the camp and then, there's already people already upset to see me there.
Word.
And I was like, you know what?
I mean, they was like camping out when it was raining. They had the bags and everything. I was like,
listen, I wanted to stay, but I knew if I stayed, those girls would have so much pressure on them. because you would gringo, and they wouldn't like all the other groups would probably and they
expected more. Yeah.
No, they would probably block them like, oh, don't talk to the
It's a shame.
And they wouldn't have integrated into that community properly. But they had a blast. Well, it was a struggle for them, but as far as creating friendship, it was a blast for them. You know what I mean?
And one of them was like a nurse, right? Because she was helping out some people.
She got sick in the camp, and then when she felt better, she started helping people out. She said a lot of people were sick over there. They're in Venezuela now, and I've been trying to see if they can send me content, but they've been careful about that because it's Venezuela.
Right.
You never know. You never know. Hey, you sending videos out and you're in Venezuela, so they don't want to bring that attention. So you might hear from them this year. Who knows? You never know.
So now you're back here. Well, you haven't left here, but you started moving around here in Colombia again. I saw you in San Andreas, some places I always wanted to go. And that was the last place you were before you came back to here in Medellin in San Andreas?
No. Actually, I've been filming. So San Andreas, I went to 2 different cities that the videos haven't even been released yet. But I went to Bucaramanga.
Oh, okay. That's on my list as well.
Yeah. It's good for food. It's known for its food.
Okay. I interviewed a girl in Cartagena last time I was here from Bucaramanga.
It's a beautiful place. For me, let's as far as Colombia is concerned, I love Colombia, and I just love going to these new cities because I find something interesting everywhere I go. And so Bucaramanga is not as popular as Medellin, but it is a very awesome city, very cheap city, very amazing city. It has the women there. It has the party life there. All in its own environment, so I love it. So from Bucaramanga, I went to a place called San Gil. That's like people say San Gil is like the adventure capital of Colombia. So there's a lot of adventure stuff. You can do whitewater rafting,
zip lining,
all that. So you can do all those things over there. It has the highest bungee jump cord in South America.
Yeah. Did you do that?
No.
And I vowed to never do bungee jumping.
Nah.
That's one thing I'm never doing.
Where you got that from? First Prince?
No, I just in my mind, because I look at things like this. If certain things you get her to die from, and people be like, they're not gonna have sympathy for you. If you get her to die from jumping a bungee cord, the sympathy level goes down. They be like, that was some dumbass, you know what I mean, to do. So that's what certain things are like, I'm not doing that. I'm just not doing that.
Yeah. So, I did a couple of different things, but not as like 4-wheeling and stuff like that. So I had a good time, and that place was even chill. I was like, dang, I could live here.
Are you at the point where you need help?
As far
editing and stuff like that, because you're doing a lot.
I want to get an editor, but the thing about it is, I'm not comfortable letting someone edit my video yet. I know I need an editor if I want to push out enough content out, but I gotta find like a really good.
You need someone to shoot and edit, because what I found in the beginning when I had somebody editing for me, because I didn't know how to edit. If they're not there, they don't absorb the energy. They don't know what to see. I've seen them cutting out things. I'll be like, why you cut out the wrong thing?
Yeah.
So I know how you feel about that.
Yeah. So that's my big fear. Because I have so much content. I said, I'm gonna come to Medellin and find an editor to do all this stuff for me. But I was like, nah, let me just do it myself, because they're probably not gonna understand. When it comes to being a content creator, you're a storyteller, and so. You want to make sure whatever story you're trying to give somebody is clear, and the person that's doing the editing might not understand. Eventually, if you have someone like I want to just like have somebody come with me,
right? And
like what I mean, I got my boy with me, but he not editing my stuff. He just hanging out. He just want to travel with me right now.
You gotta just train him.
Yeah, but if I can find like someone who maybe a local, like, hey man, come on man. What are you doing? You're not doing nothing anyway. Right. Dope editor, come on. You know what I'm saying? And then step by step, like, okay.
Sit there with him and let him oversee.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you did
Oversee
a good job.
most of what he does,
Yeah.
and then just see the final and take.
So, but eventually, yeah, I'm gonna need an editor. But the real test is for me. Personally, I haven't seen the real test for my channel. We're talking about the success of my channel here in Colombia. It's done well. I feel like I do well staying in Colombia, but I'm getting ready to leave Colombia, and I know that a lot of the audience might not want to be ready to leave unless I'm going to another place like Brazil, or if I went to DR where women are known to be. And that's something I've noticed from my channel. We can talk about women, right? Can we do that?
Yes.
All right.
Of course we can.
Part 2. maybe part 2.
Now we're talking about women.
All right, let's talk about women.
Ace, how do you feel about the women in your videos?
Oh man, I love every one of the women in my videos. They're all beautiful, sexy, and they did the job. They got you here, right? But eventually, right, and I'm dead serious, right? But eventually, I don't want to just be known for that. You know, it's hard when you upload something, you want to share it with the world, but because it's not a woman thumbnail on there, but to be honest with you, people are programmed in a way for that's what they click for, and so for me, I noticed that I need to. If you look at my Rolodex of videos in the past, for the past couple videos I dropped, change everything where I need to be in that video, a thumbnail, so people know it's me. You get used to just seeing my face as a thumbnail. Not only that, maybe they won't have a woman on there. Maybe there'll be women in the video, but I didn't put it in the thumbnail. You know what I mean?
I have this similar thing because I love the tourist attractions. So I'm going to just Brazil. I was just there. Christ the Redeemer, Celeron Steps, the favelas. I mean, those could barely break out 1,000, 2,000 views, but I sit down with what they call a carioca, which is a female from Rio, and that's 15, 20, 30,000 views. But I'm not going to stop doing the tourist attraction things because I love it, and I'm not going to stop doing some barber culture.
But here's the thing, and let's talk about YouTube. This is probably a good one for everybody, right? And people, you know, some people might watch and be like, why would he stop? Why don't embrace it, brother? Embrace the sexiness. You know what I mean? It can get to a point where first off, it brings the wrong crowd. Some of these guys is not loyal, to be honest with you. I know there's like, okay, if you're loyal, you would continue to watch. So
we can see who unsubscribed. When you look at your analytics, you can see who's unsubscribing, when, what date, and what time.
Yeah, I can see like sometimes people are like, yo, I've been watching you since you had 100 subscribers. But I look, oh, you subscribed 2 months ago. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? Or
I've interviewed somebody and they subscribed, and then I look back and they unsubscribed after the interview.
Oh Lord!
I ain't gonna say no names.
But listen, with all that being said, it's like what we talked about. What you want in your end role, you know what I mean? So it's gonna be some hard times. So when I leave Colombia, I want to be just focusing on the role, the travel, the content, and for the most part, I feel like if there's a niche there where you just focuses on that, you're going to bring in eventually the right energy. The YouTube algorithm is tricky, you know what I mean?
I definitely don't understand it.
Well, the algorithm pretty much works like, look, you got a whole bunch of people subscribe to you because they saw, let's say, one of my beach videos, right? And it was just straight beautiful women in the beach videos and stuff like that. And algorithm knows
that one thick one you had with you when you went to that nice hotel and you had the jacuzzi.
Oh,
like Ace,
that is my friend, okay? That is my friend, and she's in Mexico.
Friend or not, those are some nice videos.
Yeah, that was dope, right? And so the algorithm understands even the algorithm like a thumbnail. Algorithm knows you don't have a woman in that thumbnail.
Yes, I know, because they definitely took some down that had a woman in it.
And look, I'll put it like this, right? So if I have a video, and this is going to help some of you guys out with the algorithm, right? Like if it's a video with my face on it, right? And new people come to my channel and they're used to that. that they're gonna always click on my videos.
Right.
You know, they're not used to just women. So if someone come in your channel, they only see women all the time, and you put your face in, oh no, there's no women in there. Right. But if they see a video of just a thumbnail of just you, they click on it, they had a good time. You know what I mean?
Right.
Then now you're on the road, because guess what? Here, I can't stay in Colombia unless I got a serious visa, or if I can't go to Brazil and stay forever. Right. Those things are all temporary. What you can provide is you.
Right.
And so I want to make sure people understand.
You are the content creator.
The content is something's going to happen as long as I'm in the video. Right. Something's going to happen, or we're going to do something amazing, if anything. Or we're gonna learn something, as long as it's coming from the channel. You know what I mean? Regardless of what it is. So I've been dialing back on having women. You can't not just have women. I have women on there, but they don't need to be
the center of every video.
The center, or they don't have, exactly. Let's get down to the nitty gritty with the culture and everything, because I love, like, my Palenque video, right? I did. It has like opened the eyes to people. Might say, "Oh, you've done a couple." You know, a lot of people know about Palenque,
but just because of the few black YouTubers that been there, I never saw a video of Palenque before you guys. I don't know which one of y'all was first, but I haven't seen the video before you guys.
So the Palenque video, right, has exploded, right? I think it's almost to 200,000 views. But what's interesting is the comments. People are engaging in the right way. And so I like that. I like to see when people engage and, they talk about different things. Or when I went to San Andreas and I was showing the real people of San Andreas, you know what I mean? People started to engage in that particular way. I get tired of hearing this saying, "Oh, that girl's cute," or "that girl's hot," or that's all you caught from the video?
And notice that we do that because we know we at the moment we're catering to your desire. But trust me, I have more fun doing the tourist attractions.
Showing the energy, showing the adventure.
I have more fun doing that than sitting with the girls or filming the nightlife. But I understand.
I like nightlife. I like having fun.
Balance.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Have balance.
But I want to make sure that people will follow me for the right reasons. You know what I mean? Right. And not because look, if you want to be successful in this, you're gonna have to have the right people follow you. YouTube notices, and this is why it's like, okay, YouTube notices if you're creating content that your audience is not engaging in, and then it's gonna just push your video down, right? And so you gotta get more people who like your content for whatever, watch it for whatever.
Those like are the people. And on top of liking and following you, they get to enjoy whatever you're doing, wherever you are.
Whatever it is, whatever it may be.
That's the most important thing, to draw them in on your personality. So it's mostly about you, and whatever you're doing, we're down with it. We rocking what we want to see where you are next, because that's why I like guys. I want to see what they're doing next, and so on. I don't particularly feel like I watch. I guess there are some YouTubers that all they do is women, but that's not fun to me. I want to learn something. I want to see some place I've never been, nowhere to stay.
Listen, all that. I get comments all the time. People hit me up, emails and stuff like that, and I love engaging with people when they have like something interesting to talk about. Sometimes they're like, "Hey, how the women there? They like black guys?" And like,
yeah. What's up with her IG? That's what I get all the time. What's her IG?
Yeah, I get that all the time too, and it's like, come on, man. Come on. I want to make a fun video for you. You know what I mean? And then it's like, listen, man, I don't want to promote certain activities neither. We know this. We know that there are. You can have fun or you can pay for fun here. We all understand that. That's cool, you know what I mean? And if that's something that you're interested, that's cool. But I don't want to be the type of guy to just be focused on that energy. That's not my intentions, you know what I mean? I want to be, let's focus on life, the good quality of life, and let's be respectful when we do meet people. regardless of whatever walk, or even if they're in that life. I don't, that's them. You know what I'm saying? Let's be respectful, but let's have a good time. Let's learn from each other. But I don't want that to be like, oh yeah, let me see what's going on over here. Or yeah, I'm gonna bring her back to America. You know what I'm saying? Like, she wants to come back with you. Yes, you know what I'm saying?
I'll pay for her visa. I'll get that
yeah, I'll get that. Come on, I'm done. You know, I'm like, yo, come on, man. Just enjoy. For me, I just enjoy the content. Be inspired to come, and then you can do it yourself. You know, if that's you want to meet that person, whatnot. But then it's like, maybe I should just take them off. Or maybe not have them on the video. Trust me, I had a San Andreas, I had a crazy time, right? On my IG, you see that. But I was like, okay, I have a couple videos. I can post it on YouTube. Right. I said, I'm gonna be backstepping. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm backstepping now. It's gonna be dope. You know what I'm saying? If I'm on the beach, you know it's lit because that's what we do. That's how we live on the beach.
Right.
But if I'm somewhere else, let's get the content. Let's understand. Let's understand what's going on. Like how those gentlemen was talking about. Let's understand a little bit about life.
More than the fun. The realities. We'll touch on some of the realities, not just the fun.
Yeah, because we can sell you fun. You know what I'm saying? I can sell you fun. I could be the most funnest guy, but that's not something I want to.
Right.
You know.
So where do you plan to go next? That's what people want to know.
All right.
I think they want to know.
We've been rumbling.
Yeah, it's all good.
All right. No, let's keep up with the ladies, man.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Because I don't want to talk about it on my channel, but yo, do you? Of course, of course I have sex. Come on, guys. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna just post that up on the channel. But I don't want you guys to ask me about did you smash or something like that.
Like silly questions. Like the most important questions is did you smash?
You know what I'm saying? Oh, I bet he did smash or something like.
It's a public.
I'm not gonna show you who I'm sleeping with though. That's not something I want to do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying myself. But I have a private life, you know what I'm saying, myself, and so whatever I don't show you, disrespect it.
Right.
But let's just have fun, just enjoy, But I know a lot of people are in it for. Do you feel like that's a main requirement that you have to travel? There has to be some sex there, if you know what I mean?
No, because I had to straighten somebody out and just explain to them. I said, usually a grown man won't ask another grown man if he has sex with a woman unless that woman is that man's wife or girlfriend, or unless he's a close friend of you. So if you're not in none of those parameters, you're out of line asking another man if he slept with a woman. That's how I try to put it nicely.
That's crazy. No, like, look, if I'm on the block and I'm chilling with people I grew up years ago, he could come up and to be like, oh, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? And he gonna ask me like this too. You know what I'm saying? He's not going.
Right.
Those things is like.
You're not going to answer those questions on a public forum that lives there forever. So don't ask it.
Yeah. So for me personally, I don't. If I'm dealing with someone, I don't like to have them on my channel, or I won't even tell them I'm a YouTuber. I was dating a chick here in Colombia 2 years ago in Medellin, and I just recently told her I'm a YouTuber. Yeah. Right? I was hanging with her recently, and I was like, I'm a YouTuber. Right? She's like, what? She didn't know that,
Also.
Now I'm not famous or anything. I'm not where I want to be, but
but you are.
We were talking about motivations. So for me, and we just scramble around, right? But motivation for me is making sure I can eventually be able to help my mother out.
Right.
She's still working, and for me, I want to make sure I can create something for myself, right? That I can help my mom out, and she could be like, tell mommy, okay, mommy, retire. That's it. Or your house is paid for. You got this much money. You don't have to. You don't have to stress out. Just retire.
Mama, we made it.
Yeah, And then you see,
this your house.
You see.
Like my man Denzel said.
Oh yeah, that's
Mama,
it.
On the movie, she said, what? He said, Mama, this your house. The big house he had. Mama, this your house.
Yeah, man. So that's awesome, right? To do that, So I wanna be able to do that eventually. And I seen content creators do that. I know it's out there, but in order to get to that level, you have to make certain steps. We can't be raunchy. You know what I mean? You might look at somebody like a Nick Cannon and say he corny, he's soft and everything, but he's soft all the way to the bank. You know what I mean? He's been making moves to make sure he's been able to provide for his family.
It's called mass appeal.
Exactly. So for me personally, I want to make sure that my channel gets to a point where anybody can watch it, and it can go in any house, and then it can get to a point where people appreciate it in that nature. Me just focusing on sex or women, it's not gonna get me to that point. So just looking forward, that's how I'm moving. Like,
leave it up to me for a little while longer. Maybe I'll do it one more year, and then I'll transition.
As long as for me personally, as long as you like, you'll be able to transition well, and it good. You're at you got what? How many subscribers you got?
26,000.
You got 26,000 subscribers. You're growing. So as long as you're making steps now, you have nothing to worry about. As long as you're doing the steps now, as far as like getting people used to you as a brand, you're the one that created this, and so that way they understand like you're gonna be able to give them content they love. You'll be all right.
What about the fandom, for lack of better words? The fandom. Like now when I travel, everywhere I go, I meet people that watch the channel.
Okay, cool.
Now you have about 5 times as many people that I have. So I'm sure when you go places, you're very recognizable now.
Well, this city is the most that I'm recognizable compared to, there's a lot more tourism here. Like I'm more recognizable here, and then in Barranquilla, now because of all that time I spent in Barranquilla, I'm really known in that city among local people. And so, I mean, it's dope. I don't let it get to my head, you know what I mean?
But, I mean, it might come a time where you have to curb it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I see you being a little more reserved, too, because now that you're a lot more recognizable. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm not going, like, I went to Parque Years, but I can't go there every day. You know what I mean?
Taking pictures and everything all day.
So I gotta, like, watch where I go, but, and then, people want to meet me, and I don't know if
the intentions.
Why they want to meet me. So I have to be careful on how I reach out to people and stuff and that nature. But I mean, that's any YouTuber, you're gonna go through that. So if you're not there yet, you're gonna eventually get there. That's what I'm dealing with now. But it is good to meet fellow YouTubers who are going through similar, situations, and talk about what's going on.
I would say don't take it personal. Like he said, a year ago I reached out to him, and I know he was busy. I didn't take it personal.
A year ago, I probably had like 17,000 subscribers.
But I think that helped though, because you probably said, "This is the same dude that was rocking with me back then."
Yes.
Still rocking with me now, so he ain't no new jack, just hollering at me, asking for an interview. You know what I mean? So
where were you at the time?
Too. I probably was, at that time, I was probably here. I was probably in Colombia.
Well, you wanted to do an interview online?
No.
Or you were going to Thailand?
No. Maybe it was Barranquilla, though.
No.
It was that long ago?
I was in Asia.
I did go to Thailand and the Philippines, so it probably was that.
Okay.
That was that.
I was in Asia when he contacted me.
So I was in the last year, in 2019, in December, I was in Thailand.
You was in Thailand?
I went to Thailand.
Okay. You hit me up. I don't know if I was in Thailand or Vietnam, and that's why I didn't do the. Because I think I was in transition of going to another place to the next, and
I still just reached out and just say, hey, put my bid in.
And hey, everything happened for a reason, you know what I'm saying? So, like, this is the perfect time for it to happen, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I think I reached out to you. I had Flyboy reach out to you once. When
he reached out to me. Flyboy reached out to me.
Somewhere.
I was moving.
Yeah, you was moving, and I think I was in Cartagena, you were in Barranquilla. And my friend was going to drive to Barranquilla to take care of some business. I was going to ride with him to see if I could catch up with you. But he told me you was in transition. So I was like, all right.
Yeah, I was going to Cartagena.
We got it done.
We got it done. All right.